Welcome to week 11, Guardian Scholars. We are two-thirds of the way through the semester, and so we're coming down to that final stretch. Keep strong, keep contacting me if you have questions, and let's talk about week 11. So, this is our last module in the level 3 slaying monsters, and we're going to be finishing up our research project this week. Just so you don't forget, remember to vote by November 3rd if you're eligible to vote. And we'll have as usual, I'll have this video posted under week 11 welcome and preview, but I'll also be sending it in an email. Our Zoom class, I want to really encourage you that if you don't make it to the Zoom class, that you do watch the recording afterwards. I do have two different ways to get in, and then I included the telephone numbers too. If you have trouble with the Zoom app for some reason, you can actually dial numbers to get in. And then I have the Google Slides that we're going to be using posted in there as well. Once I have the recording, I will be posting it in here as well. And I'm also going to create an asynchronous alternative assignment that will be posted. Oops, sorry, it'll be posted right underneath the Zoom class. Now, just another reminder, as of last week, our embedded tutor was finally hired, and so Brianna Acuna is a Guardian Scholar just like you. She took my class in the spring and did really well, and so even though we used a different book in the spring, she understands the research assignment intimately. She has done the same research assignment that you're doing. She understands logos, pathos, ethos, and lots of other things, as well as just what my expectations are and how I teach and ways to approach online learning that are effective. So I'll have this available every week until through week 15. I wanted to point out that what you'll do is you'll make to book an appointment with her. You'll just click on this to look at it, and you'll use the Riverside My WC Online. If you haven't registered before, you need to use your RCC email. That's really important. Afterwards, you can kind of leave yourself logged in, and you just need to make sure that you limit to our English 1A section to see her hours of availability. When you see a white square, that means she's available, so you click on that, and that becomes your hour with Bree. And please show up on time or cancel your appointment ahead of time so that Bree can help a classmate if you're not able to make it. So the extra credit form, you could just handwrite that and snap a photo for me, or you can download the form that I created for that. She's available every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday from 2 to 3 p.m. and then also Wednesday and Friday mornings from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. or 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. So she has 7 hours of appointments available. And just a reminder that even though this isn't a benchmark conference week, I do have appointments available through ConferZoom. And so if you go into ConferZoom, oh, and you can't see it from here, because I'm not a real student. But I just wanted to point that out that you can still make appointments with me on Wednesday and Friday mornings. And if you're not available at the times that I have availability, I want to encourage you to send me an email and suggest to me a couple times that you are available, and I'll try to work it that we can make an appointment even if it's not during those kind of office hours on Wednesday and Friday mornings. Okay. The embedded tutor session is extra credit. That means it's 10 points extra credit each time you meet with Bree, and then up to 3 times, so that'd be 30 points. You can meet with her more than that, but I'm giving you extra credit only for the first 3 sessions that you have with her. So moving on to the rest of the week, we have our weekly reflective journal. I am shifting these to make them fit a little bit more with what we're doing for the research project. I really want to help you guys get focused on that. So this is going to be focused on drafting a conclusion paragraph. Okay. Then the really big stuff this week is the Essay 3 rough draft and peer review. And while it's worth 10 points on here, our weekly power up point challenge is on steroids this week. And so if you turn the rough draft in on time and you complete the peer review, you can get up to 20 points, so up to 10 points extra credit. So I'm giving you double credit for this because I want you to see how important it is to get that rough draft in, to get that peer review done, and get the feedback that you can get from that. Okay. um, The I do have a support activity. It's a pretty short one. This is based on quotations, so questions like how should I punctuate a quotation? What if I have a quote within a quote? What if I have a really long one? Or if I take words out? Or if I change a letter or word? So you just take the quiz and you have unlimited attempts. So if you take the quiz and decide, oh no, I didn't do well, I want to retake it, you definitely have the opportunity to do that. Um, One other thing, I'm sorry to go backwards. Um, so Tuesday is when your rough draft is due. Wednesday morning, what I will do is go through and assign peer reviews to everybody who has turned in their rough draft on time. So I needed to clarify that. So you will look Wednesday morning. You'll look and you'll find that you have peer reviews assigned. The Writing Center this week is very similar to what you would be doing if you met with Bree, but I think it's a great idea if you meet with Bree and you meet with a Writing Center instructor or tutor, or if you meet with one of the Smart Thinking tutors. But the idea is that you sit down with an instructor or tutor and get feedback on your SA3 rough draft. And so think about what specific questions you have. Maybe you want to talk about MLA citation. Maybe you want to talk about how to strengthen your thesis statement and topic sentences. Maybe you want to talk about how to write commentary after your quotes or how to organize it. Maybe you feel like it's not that organized. You could get help on organization. And then, so as before, you want to write 3 sentences about what you learned from the conference. And that one is worth 20 points, so it is worth quite a lot. Your SA3 final draft is due Saturday by 11:59 p.m. You'll notice that it is worth a lot. Remember that if you turn it in on time, you have the option to rewrite. So if you turn it in late, you cannot rewrite because you're already getting extra time on it. And so I would really highly recommend you to turn it in on time and then get feedback from me. And if you feel like, oh man, I really could do better on this, or I really want to meet with the instructor, I want to meet with Bree, and I think I can make this better, you can do that. But it's so, so important to really try to keep on top of things. And so, just a reminder, the prompt is here as it is always. I have a checklist here where you can check yourself. Does my essay address all parts of the prompt, right? Do I have a clear line of reasoning? Are the quotations well chosen? Does it follow a clear and purposeful plan of development? This is all based on the rubric that I use to grade. So I do have my extension and rewrite policy here. So I definitely encourage you that to turn it in off time if at all possible so that you can rewrite if you decide you want to. And that is it for this week. The last thing I want to do is remind you that next week is our final book club meeting. And we will have time over Thanksgiving break to catch up. And then also week 15. And I don't have week 15 absolutely completed, but I just want to show you. Week 15 is more about preparing for finals week, right, for the final exam. But then I'm also you're gonna have a little time there to rewrite, a little time there to maybe turn in some work that you missed before. So welcome to week 11, and I am hoping to help you guys along, and so is Bree.